Of the 58 species of birds found in the Galapagos Islands, 28 of them are endemic, while the other 30 are migratory birds that come here from colder climates in the northern hemisphere. In the Galapagos, at the confluence of the cold waters from the Humboldt Current and warm waters of the Panama Currents, you can find cold weather birds living only a few feet away from tropical birds. The Galapagos is home to a staggering number of both sea and land birds. The Galapagos brown pelicans can be seen around the harbors of most islands in the Galapagos. They usually nest in small colonies in mangrove forest. They usually lay 2 or 3 eggs, and both male and female share in incubating them for about 4 weeks. The largest of the 3 species of the Galapagos boobies, Nazca boobies, reach up to 35 inches in length with a wingspan of up to 5 or 6 feet. They have a white head, body, and wings with dark tails, mask, and patches on their backs. They commonly nest in colonies along cliffs or at the sea edge. These are the only boobies in the Galapagos to have an annual breeding cycle. All 3 types of boobies have similar body shapes and they lead similar lifestyles, but they refrain from competing with one another because they fish in different areas. The distribution of their fishing grounds influences the distribution of their nesting sites. Both booby parents help in rearing the chicks and take turns guarding the nest and incubating the eggs. Named for their blue legs and feet, the blue-footed boobies are the most common of the Galapagos boobies. They dive in remarkably shallow water and use their large tails to pull themselves out of the dive. Blue-footed boobies lay up to 3 eggs, and in a good year can raise all 3 chicks. At least part of what makes this possible is that they fish very close to the shore. Therefore, the adults can make more frequent trips for feeding. The Galapagos dove is endemic to the islands and is found in the more arid parts of the main islands. It is reddish-brown with black and white markings, touches of incandescent green, red feet, and a bright blue eye ring. The endemic swallowtail gull is the only nocturnal gull in the world. Adults have a distinctive black head with a red ring around the eye, a black bill with a gray tip, white forked tail, and red webbed feet. They often have spots on their back, which resemble guano, and help them to camouflage with their rocky cliff habitat. The Galapagos hawk is a large, dark-colored bird with broad wings and a broad tail. It is an active predator, which feeds on small invertebrates, such as small lizards, snakes, and rodents. There are 4 species of Galapagos mockingbirds. All 4 seem to be descended from a mainland genus. It is common when sailing over the Galapagos waters to see large black birds hovering lazily in place, looking very much like kites. These are frigate birds. The Galapagos population of magnificent frigate birds is considered to be an endemic species. Frigate birds are able to sail gracefully in the air currents. Their wingspan can reach up to 7.5 feet, and their deeply forked, scissor-like tails allow them ultimate maneuverability. Using this control, frigate birds often steal food from other birds. They harass other birds, even other frigate birds, until the victim is so upset it disgorges its catch. The frigate bird then drops with amazing speed and can pluck the bolus out of the water, or even catch it before it hits. Not only do they steal food from one another, but they also steal nesting materials as well. Frigate birds do not swim and cannot walk well. They also cannot take off from a flat surface. The Galapagos flamingo is one of the most colorful birds in the Galapagos Islands and is found around brackish waters of lagoons. They are very shy birds, unlike most other wildlife in the Galapagos. Penguins do exist on the equator. The Galapagos penguin is the most northerly occurring of all the penguins. It's endemic to the islands, is approximately 14 inches tall, and weighs about 5 pounds. It's smaller than its southern cousins of the Antarctic. They were brought to the Galapagos by the cold Humboldt Current, which also brings nutrients north from Antarctica. They live in colonies This is a small lava heron, which is almost completely ash gray in color. That allows it to blend in with the lava rocks that makes up the tidal pools where it likes to hunt. Perhaps the most famous of the Galapagos birds' residents are Darwin's finches, of which there are 13 species found here. They have all evolved from a single species found along the Pacific coast of South America. Once in the Galapagos Islands, these finches adapted to their habitat, and the size and shape of the bill reflects their specializations, which allows them to better compete during the dry season or times of drought when little food is available.